Hello and welcome to Talkin Baseball. It's an annual classic, the Position Unit Draft. Thank you for joining. Let's do it.
Give you a unit.
Hello and welcome to Talkin Baseball. Thank you very much for joining us today. My name is Jimmy. His name is Jake. Trevor in California. BBD Behind the Dish. Brought to you by SeatGeek. And we are doing maybe the fourth ever Position Unit Draft. Very excited about it. Big episode. Kind of going to stake claims and whole team's units. So if you don't know what the Position Unit Draft is, you group a team in starting pitching, relief pitching, infield, outfield, catcher included with infield, DH included with outfield. You cannot have two units from the same team. You excited, Jake, to do the Position Unit Draft?
James, Davis, Trevor. I am. Jim, you're a man of tradition. I'm usually not. But now every year, this episode is a Talkin Baseball favorite. The Cy Young Draft coming up is a Talkin Baseball favorite. Our betting episode has become a famous episode.
And Voicemails with Joe's and Talkin' Yanks.
And Voicemails with Joe's McFly ad that you'll be seeing coming up soon. And what does that all mean, Trev? Baseball season's coming, so I'm jazzy on him. How are you doing, Trev? How was your last night? What'd you watch?
You know what I watched, and I'm going to give you a little bit of this. I already shook your hand, bro. You don't have to rub it in. You had a good night against me. We already put out the social clip of you striking me out 3 times, so I guess I could talk about that.
Former player
you
gets
brought
struck
me
out
to
by...
my knee.
Former...
You brought me to my knee. That was tough for me, okay? I sat next to my son, who was disappointed in his father for the first time in his life.
But he was happy with his daddy.
Wow, that's weird.
He only knows Jimmy, actually. He's like, who's that other guy? It's like, Jimmy and John Boy and who?
I went 3 for 4 at the walk.
Noodle.
Three of the uglier swings you'll ever see.
Yeah, let me give Jimmy some props.
That's my
for
quarterback.
Just embarrassing me, telling me he's got all my pitches, and this guy stinks now. He's washed and just hitting everything I threw up there, man. Anyways, I'm doing great. You're trying to bring me down. I'm doing great, and I know I'm
not trying to bring you down.
Run this draft.
For those that don't know, we're talking about Blitzball Battle 4, where we just played each other in the game on the Warehouse Games channel.
I have one note on Blitzball Battle 4 and the conversation we just had before we moved on to the draft. Before the show, about an hour ago, I was talking with one Dalton Feely outside, and he said over under 2 minutes before Jake brings up last night's game to Trev.
Under.
And Jake mentioned it at 1:58, so I just texted Dalton, great line.
I asked Trev what he watched last night.
We're not.
Sorry,
this
I'm
is an
interested in you.
Show here.
Yes,
my skin looks great today, so you're not bringing me down.
And we choose the draft order in the most intelligent way. So everyone, get your notes, apps, or a pen. We all went physical, pen and paper. Trev, what are you gonna do?
I have it.
Okay, we're gonna all write down a random number between 1 and 100.
Nice.
We all have to show it before we do the number, not after.
Okay.
Ready?
And number 42 is retired, of course.
Ready?
Yeah, yep.
Set, go.
39.
76.
62.
Oh, I put myself in a bad position here.
What do you have, Beebs?
76.
Okay, wait, Trev, what did you have?
45.
45.
We're all...
Okay.
It's a jumble.
Me and Beebs got the
All in the
bookends.
middle.
Here we go. Random number generator.
Come on.
Not 49, not 49.
Come on.
1. That's insane.
No, that's not.
I hit it once. I mean, I did it on camera. I hit it once. It said 1.
Okay, I got the second pick then.
Yeah, I got the first. Well, you don't have the second pick.
You have the second. You get to pick your spot second.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. And I don't know if I want the first and then the 8th pick.
Is that how it works?
Yes, wraparound. But I also don't know if I want the 4th and the 5th because the top 3 are nice. So
What about the 2nd or the 7th or the 3rd or the 6th?
I'm going to take the 2nd pick. So I want
We'll take number 1.
I want the 2 and the 7.
Shit.
I'm taking number one.
So Trev's first.
Because there's a clear-cut number one, people. I got it now.
I have two clear-cut ones, and I kind of wanted to let someone else
Take
go
one off the
first.
board.
Yeah.
Are they coastal cities?
What am I, a fucking idiot?
I had a clear one.
Always. I'll go wrap around just so I don't have to worry about any theft.
It is nice. Like later on, I think you're gonna be sitting pretty.
You can just pick the two you
And I
want.
can just
But
snooze
you guys
through
don't
your
understand.
guys'
I have a
picks.
wraparound as well with the one.
Right.
Yeah, but you're
I'm
Right.
okay, 1, 8, 9.
yeah. But when you get to the 9, 10, who gives a
Stanford,
shit?
man, huh?
Or the
They're
9.
saying.
All right. So Trev, make your pick.
Oh, we're going to start right off the bat.
Yes, brought to you
I
by
think this is
SeatGeek. So actually
Yeah,
pause
there
for
you
1
go.
second.
Brought to you by
I thought.
SeatGeek, the 2024 Position Unit Draft. Brought to you by the best in the game,
I'll show you my seat.
SeatGeek. Trev's going to show you his seat. There was an incredible SeatGeek ad in Blitzball Battle 4 last night. People are still talking about it. They have more than 70,000 events every single day on SeatGeek, probably like every spring training game. Go watch those. Go buy some regular season ticket games. Go see some of these units we're about to take. Go on the field. And with code Talkin, you will save yourself $20 off your first purchase with SeatGeek. That's $20 off your first purchase with promo code Talkin. Click the link, download the app, and go see something you want to see. And a little secret inside the industry. SeatGeek doesn't even want me telling you this. But, maybe like if you've already used SeatGeek, go with your parents and take their phone, download the app on it, and then you get the first time discount with code Talkin. So
I know you have other email accounts.
That's a little inside trading.
All right, I guess we're starting it off. I said there's a clear-cut number one. I believe I know what James is going to take number two. So they're close, but I think the team I'm about to pick has the best unit in all of baseball, and it's not the Yankees.
Oh.
It's my hometown team, the Los Angeles Dodgers. I am taking the Los Angeles Dodgers infield.
Ooh.
Oh.
You guys forget that Mookie Betts is now an infielder. So we're talking Will Smith as the catcher. Go look up the stats, people, what this guy does offensively. I got Freddie Freeman. He had 6.5 WAR last year. MVP candidate every year at first base. I have Mookie Betts. He had 8.3 WAR last year. I don't know how he's a second baseman now. Like, this is one of the most strange, underrated stories in all of baseball, how he just went from MVP outfielder to MVP second baseman. Love that. I also get Max Muncy, who's a shoo-in for 40 homers, 35 homers every single year. He's the Kyle Schwarber of the infield. Okay? And my guy, Wisco Kid, Gavin Lux at shortstop, who I believe in wholeheartedly. I think this is a clear-cut number one unit, and I went out and got it. Thank you very much.
Happy for you.
Yeah, I am happy for you. I did not have them.
They weren't the number one I was going to take.
So I
number
think-
Well, I know what you guys are going to say is number one.
No,
but
they
that's-
weren't.
No,
They weren't in my
that's
top.
biased.
No, they weren't in my top 2 or 3. But I think I'm wrong in not having them up there.
Okay.
But I like other infield. I think infield has some
I think
depth
infield
to it.
was the deepest.
That's kind of where I was
class.
at.
They're a first round pick. I mean, Mookie and Freddie, you're looking at 2 potential top 3 MVPs.
Will Smith.
Will Smith's great. It's a unit that was going to go in this draft. I think it was a first rounder. I think we were a little taken aback with the 1-1 because
Even
even
you saying how clear a 1-1 you had.
before the
This is a clear
episode-
1-1 to me. I know who Jimmy's going to pick next.
Okay,
This is a clear 1-1 for me.
you're just Dr. Xavier now.
I think these guys
I think
play
a
all the
lot of the
time.
Dodgers units could be first
They're
round picks
good
rather
team.
easily. And
Nice
and they
pick.
might all be.
Good team, nice pick. Good team,
I know
nice pick.
you guys trying to bring me down right now. It ain't working.
What?
Okay. I don't want to bring you down. I want you to like your team.
I think
Sky high.
we all thought we agreed on a consensus number one, and it appears we did not. So that's the surprise.
Oh, I don't know if we did. Oh, I have 2. I thought I was going to get these guys at number 2.
So Jim's got his
that's
consensus 2 number ones.
Yeah, so that's why.
Okay. I can't wait to hear this. I mean, I have one I know for sure that you have in consideration. I just don't like the health aspect of the one you're about to pick.
Wow.
Maybe you're wrong.
Nice.
Everything of that.
Nice, dude.
No, I'll take the Yankees outfield.
That was my clear 1-1.
But I mean, Judge got
That's
hurt.
your clear 1-1? Okay.
Judge got hurt. Well, I mean, you have 2 absolute generational talents, like Judge and Soto, in the same thing. It's fucking insane. Yeah. They're insane.
Will Smith and Freddie Freeman and Mookie Betts are like, where they end up in the MVP last year?
They're good.
They're very good. I forgot about Mookie. I kind of already admitted that I think it was a miss on me to not have the Dodgers there. And I thought the Yankees would be available to me at 2. I didn't think people were going to take them to 1. So
who's the other one you had? I guess don't tell me.
I'm not telling you.
Okay.
But yeah, you have Judge. He's got, I mean, Soto plays every day, so he's pretty reliable. And then you have Judge, who got a fluke injury last year where he kicked a cement wall. And when plays is, I mean, when he was healthy last year, he was still on the same home run pace he was on the year before, which set
Great
the AL record. And then you got left field, which is going to be Verdugo. He's an average bat every single year. Like, he's pretty consistent and healthy. Or you got my boy skinny Giancarlo Stanton, who can help out at DH. If not, they're going to put other people there that should help out. Hopefully it's not Willie Calhoun. But you got...
They were my number 2.
It's like there's only 4 members of this unit. So 50% of it is 2 of the top players in baseball.
Maybe some Jason Dominguez.
Come
this summer.
Yeah,
Jim.
Dominguez comes back. I like him.
I'm trying to pump you up. I think that's a great pick, James. I'm not like you guys trying to bring everyone down.
I think Jim took the consensus number 1 pick, so that's why I'm giving him love
my
for it.
consensus number 1.
Shocker.
I think the
You
2
still have
out
to
of
deal
4
with people.
helps.
I was shocked going into this draft how few outfields like screamed to me. And I tried to check my own biases because I obviously like that team. Very few of them had like 4 guys. I was like, yeah,
Outfield's
excited
a
to
little
draft.
funky, yeah.
It's a weird outfield year.
Outfield's become a defensive position. We know that. 1 slugger, 2 defensive guys. That's what they do.
Okay. Where are you going, Bieberton?
You also lose Mookie. 1 injury. He's back out there. Oh, my goodness. No, not Mookie getting hurt. Not Mookie getting hurt. Him going to the outfield.
Hold on. I get Mookie.
It's quite the gray area.
I get Mookie. I just get Mookie. Doesn't matter where he plays.
Well, that's not what we agreed on right before
That's
we
not
hit record.
That's not.
Wait, what?
We said we were just
How would I
gonna
not get Mookie?
You get his infield days.
get his infield days, sure.
And it seems like he's going to be on
Goalpost.
very heavily second.
Oh, we all agreed to this right before we recorded. We
That
said
was
for 4
never
years
even
we've
talked
we said the easiest thing to do was just go to Fangraphs, type infield team, sort it by WAR.
So Mookie can just be this wander. He might be an infielder, might be an outfielder.
I
That's
mean,
ridiculous.
my outfield's taken up, but if someone wants to draft the Dodgers outfield, they got a chance to get some Mookie days.
I don't sign off on that. How about that?
Okay.
That's great.
So, and we've never tweeted a graphic at the end of the year for this yet. I've been.
Because what about the DH days? You don't get any of these guys DH days?
It's outfield.
the
and
DH
DH.
days
Outfield
are
and
getting
DH are
lumped into
combined.
outfield.
Okay. When you pick an infield and one of your guys DHs and he hits fucking 4 homers on that day, you just don't get those days.
If
ridiculous.
Soto moves to
That
first
sounds-
base, I'm fucked. Unfortunately for me, I had a nice pick.
And when Aaron Judge just ends up DHing, you're not going to get him? Or
No,
he's-
No,
DH
because
is part of the
outfield's part
outfield.
of DH is lumped
All
into
right.
outfield.
This is stupid. You guys are
Welcome to the
are
show.
just fucking around now. Let's go.
4 years.
Year 4.
Oh.
Okay.
Looks like someone's tone has changed.
Jake?
It's not
Make a
me.
pick,
I have the
son.
3rd pick.
Oh, Beav?
I have been spinning. I think in my heart, I don't love taking this team in the second with the 3rd overall pick, and this draft pick has treated me horribly over the years. But I think depth of position, scarcity, I'm between two rotations I want. I think Jake might take one of them off the board and make that choice for me in the second round. So I'm going to take what I feel like is my number 2 outfield.
Whoa.
You're
all
there were
over
two,
the place.
there were two
Jeez.
outfields.
Gather your thoughts. What's happening?
I'm saying I'm between two rotations. I will get one of them next time.
Okay.
So what I want, so I had 2 outfields in total that I was like, I want. So I think I'm going to take the outfielder and see if Jake weeds out my rotation choices.
You can have the Cubs, Beebs. Let's move on.
Astros outfield.
Oh, okay.
And DH.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. I had them as a top option of outfields because you get Jordan in the DH. They had the second most WAR of any outfield group as a team last year on Fangraphs.
That's a good pick.
Yeah.
Jordan.
Get some Dubon days. Kyle Tucker and Jordan alone will do some lifting for me.
Mm-hmm.
McCormick was awesome last year.
Have we gotten a true Jordan like full season?
I think just the rookie year, right?
I guess
2020.
2021 and 2022 are close. I guess he one dotted in 2022 with 135 games, so that's pretty.
135 is enough for me.
One year he's going to put up a 50 homer season, and maybe that's this year. It is funny seeing
He's a sneaky, never 40 guy.
McCormick and Myers. I really like if they sneak in on Belly, that team. Holy Toledo!
On paper, it works too nice.
Okay, I've got the wraparound pick back to back, if you will. I'm seeing Beebs. I've got good news for you. I think you're going to be able to take which rotation you like because I've got some rotation options.
I think there's a third I would also think about. I have a tick behind.
So I think I'm going to go infield, outfield here.
Oh.
And
Do it to Beebs. Do it to Beebs. Do it to Beebs.
I've got to play the game here because there's 2 infields that I think are straight toss up, but I want one of their outfields. So I will take the Braves outfield.
Nice.
With Ronald Acuna Jr., Michael Harris Deuce, Jared Kelenic should be getting a lot of the platoon at bats this year, and we'll see with who else. And Marcell Ozuna, who did he casually hit 40 last year?
I believe
40. He did hit 40 home runs. So I'll pocket that for now. And man, I love their infield, but on paper, with my second pick, I think there's another infield that's very similar to them. I'm going to take the Texas Rangers. Trev, you mentioned, racking up WAR. Marcus Semien, go check out what he does on his average season the past couple years. Jonah Heim can go toe-to-toe with Will Smith and some of the great catchers in this game. Love Nate Lowe. Safe. You know what you're going to get. Let's see where Josh Young's thick neck ceiling is. And Corey Seager, there's obviously some injury risk there, but when he plays, he is one of the best players in baseball. So Braves outfield, Rangers infield.
Nice. Braves outfield, they were second in outfield plus DH WAR last year to the Astros. They were first or third in just outfield. I think their DH numbers.
Marcel raked.
Got them down. Sixth in DH, but third in outfield. I like the infield pick.
Corey Seager finished second in the MVP last year with 119 games.
I will say you forgot about one thing with the Rangers infield. Okay. On paper, great pick.
Sure.
I like it. I thought about them, and then I remembered something.
What'd you remember?
World Series hangover.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah. Right.
Not bad.
So
they did lead in B WAR. Texas, Semien and Seager were number 1, both of them.
What did Marcus put up last? 10? Some shit?
Trev, what was that thing you were saying about...
I don't have it by player. I just have it by...
What was that thing you were saying about Mookie and Freddie being like top
2-3? That's what they were. 2-3.
Oh, that's what Seager and Semien were.
Mm-hmm.
And that was with the 5th pick? Okay.
I'll say that I believe in Mookie and Freddie on a more consistent basis than those other two.
Yeah, it's just that like Mookie might get moved.
He's not going to get moved.
I think that's a little fair. I think if you said raw, Mookie and Freddie, what they've done for their careers. Simeon's baseball reference page, I just did second baseman with Jolly Olive tier list on Wake and Jake. And what Simeon's done the past couple years is nuts. And Seager's just so good without caring. So, like my turn there, happy.
Jake's
Happy for you.
First one with 2 picks. Congrats, Jake.
Currently winning.
You have the most, for sure.
Yes.
I'm up next.
No. Back in the blender. You gave me too much choices.
Okay.
Sorry for not taking a pitching staff.
It's okay. Gotta do you. Because there's actually 3 rotations I'm comfortable taking, and I'll get one of them next time.
Yeah, I think
So I think
you should take an infield.
draft-wise, there's an infield I should go get.
You better get them, Beavers. You have to.
The graphic of potentially letting one of those rotations go to Jim here hurts me a little bit, but give me that Braves infield.
That's not who I thought you were going to pick. I thought you had a every year pick that you were going to do, and it actually makes sense this year because they added Bryce Harper. But you let your Phillies infield to
Tough.
Jimmy?
Goes to Atlanta.
Yeah. Hey, well, Atlanta's infield last year,
Awesome.
they were 3rd in catcher war, 1st in first baseman war. They were 3rd in second baseman war. They were 1st in third baseman war. They were the other that I thought was going to be a 1-2. I thought they were.
Oh, really?
I think when you look at the
I love this
numbers they
episode.
put up all across, I mean, that's 4 out of 5 slots that were top 3 in WAR. Like, that's fucking insane. No other team has that much going on right there. So I'm upset you didn't take a staff. I thought they were about to fall to me. I was very eager to grab them because I had my 1 and 2 on my board, on my team, and that's a bummer. But yeah,
When they call out to me, I realized, well, either way, I'm leaving one that I'd really rather not leave to you, but either way, you're going to get a squad I want, and Braves infielders a fall off.
yes. So I got to go look at infields now. Wait, but Trev already has an infield? Oh, so
can
I
save
don't.
your
I'll save my infield for the end.
Save it for the last pick, bro.
Yeah. All right. Rotations are tough because the sexy ones I don't think are actually the good ones.
Outfield and rotation in this year's draft threw me for blenders. Nothing screamed to me in either of those groups besides Yankees 1.
I got a couple things me likes.
I think you can talk yourself into a lot of groups.
Peter Miriki, the billboard signs. What are you seeing, Jimbo?
Yeah, I didn't want to have to be the first one to take a rotation because I think there's one that, like, on graphic, people will be like, what? That I want. I thought it was going to fall to me. Now it feels like I'm reaching, but I think I'm
You're
just
in
gonna,
the mix, master.
Yes.
No, I think I'm going to stick with it
should
and
kill
go.
it.
I just want to.
It'll be the first pitching staff.
So you
of
guys
any
have all
kind.
taken outfield, so I'm good
You
on
can
my
wait
outfield.
on your outfield. Jimmy can wait on his.
Yeah, this might be a shock to me. I'm taking the Phillies rotation. They're
Okay.
top 3 in WAR every fucking year because Nola and Wheeler are just WAR merchants
I like it.
and consistent as can be. Like last year, the Phillies starting pitchers were they were 4th in WAR. In 2022, they were 3rd in WAR. People don't think about it, but like being out there and competing every 5 days, they got 2 dudes that do that. I really like the Mariners. If we weren't going off WAR, we were going off some other fucking stats. Like, I really like the Mariners rotation, but there's just like kind of a very consistent theme there, and I don't think they get respected for doing that. So I thought I was going to fall to me. I was going to save that to the very end. I didn't think it would be on anyone else's board, but I'll stick with who I want.
Okay. I don't hate the pick. You're doing very
It's
well
safe.
researched picks, safe picks. You're going off last year's stats, not really projecting much here.
Well, the last couple years, those dudes, that team have been top 4 last 2 years.
As the draft sheet goes, you guys have all picked outfielders, so I can wait for my last pick for that. So now I need to get my starting rotation and my bullpen. Now, this is where it's tugging on my heartstrings a little bit. Where like do I go and say use your head or your heart? What do you usually do, Jake?
Secret third option. Yeah.
We knew that. The rotation, I'm going to go first because I'm going to go with Eno Saris. We all know and love him. He created a stat called Stuff Plus, and I don't even know what the fuck that means. It sounds like something we would make up. That's why I like it a lot.
Sounds dope.
So he put out his fantasy baseball, like Stuff Plus, whatever nerd calculations he does. Love you. We need a beer soon. And there was a rotation. The top 3 guys were in like the top 15 of Stuff Plus.
Yes.
Now I want to pick the Dodgers and like root for that whole thing to like all these guys to be healthy and them to just blow people out. Like Bobby Miller is going to be a stud this year. I want to see Yamamoto just go do his thing. Like I want to see Walker Buehler return to form. Glasnow be the guy, but I just feel like there's a little bit too much risk there. Like a lot of risk. So I'm going to go with a safer option here. And I think one of the more underrated units, although Dalton has him ranked pretty high on our sheet, I'm going to go with the Seattle Mariners rotation. Luis Castillo is about as safe as you can get. Logan Gilbert and George Kirby are freaking nasty. The guys at the bottom of that rotation, Bryce Miller and Brian Wu, go watch them throw the ball. These guys are nasty. If Brian Wu can figure out how to control his slider a little bit better, he throws a 4-seam and a 2-seam fastball. They're both plus pitches. And if he can control the off speed and get that like kind of located a little bit better, sequenced a little bit better, I think this has a chance to be one of the better rotations in all of baseball, if not the best 5-man rotation in all of baseball. So I'm taking the Seattle Mariners rotation.
Jimmy just argued for him. A lot of good young talent on there. I'm interested to see how the back end, like if Miller and Wu give them something. I mean, those other 3, it's tough to argue anything against them. Man, going to be
There's some other rotations you want to look at. I mean,
Seattle.
obviously the Braves rotation has some guys at the top. I'm a little bit worried about the age there and some of the guys. I don't think it's the sexiest pick, but I think it's going to end up being the best pick.
Oh, and I think that's the sexiest pick.
Oh, you
rotations.
do?
Oh, yeah. I love
them. They were my 1A, 1B.
I love their rotation. I like watching them work. It's just kind of...
There's some risk there.
There's some risk because they're young. And the team who they place in that division, they might be like pressure to really whatever. But I like it's the sexiest pitch. That rotation's awesome.
If Kyle Bradish wasn't hurt, I would have picked the Baltimore Orioles. Which think about what we've been talking about with the Orioles the last 2 years, and all of a sudden we've got a chance for them to be very, very special. You make one trade, you got one guy, Grayson Rodriguez, show up and just be a guy. Kyle Bradish obviously doing his thing last year. Anyways, I'm going with the Mariners. Now I need to pick my relieving corp. And this is where it's tough for me. Because I've come out and said that I think the Minnesota Twins are going to have the best bullpen in baseball. They really have guys with electric stuff at the back end of their bullpen. And they've added to it this year too. So, like Staumont and Topa, like Topa's filthy, dude. And they already have Duran, Brock Stewart. I know he's not a household name. Trust me, you're going to want to watch this guy pitch. He's freaking disgusting. The other reliever group that I'm thinking of is that Houston Astros bullpen. You bring over Hader. You got Ryan Presley and Brian Abreu, 7, 8, and 9. That's
nice.
It's hard to pick against my Twins, but I think I got to go the other way.
Oh.
Give me the Twins bullpen. Nice. Give me the Twins bullpen. I think they're going to win a lot of games this year. I think Duran is going to be one of the best closers in the game. I like it. I'm rooting for him. That's a heart pick, not a penis pick.
It's good. Duran's awesome. A lot of those guys were really good last year.
Yeah.
Dalton's rankings on the relievers are a little skewed, in my opinion. We talked about this last night.
It's a hard group
I
to
like
rank.
Yeah, I don't. His have some. He's missing some teams that I think should be on there altogether.
He loves the Phillies, which I'm not exactly sold on, to be honest.
Yeah. You took Minnesota. They finished 32nd, or they finished with 3.2 WAR, which was 21st last year.
Got you. I don't go back to last year, James. I'm looking to the future.
Sure. That works. It's an option. Am I up?
You are up.
And you guys all took infield, so I should wait that out. I should grab a bullpen, which is interesting. In the past, again, I haven't reflected on how I've drafted, my results have been in the past, but I've usually not even really looked at names when I make my bullpen choice and just draft off teams that kind of crush bullpen work. There's a couple that usually do. Usually the Tampa Bay Rays do, but no one thinks about them anymore, and they're kind of fading into oblivion, so we'll mention them. The other team's the Dodgers. Like year in and year out, they could be nameless, and their bullpen puts up numbers. Last year, they led the league in WAR. I'm going to guess the year before that they did too. Yep. The year before that, they're 5th. So I'll take the Dodgers. Don't even tell me who's there. I think there's a young, sexy pick. The year before that, they led, so that's 4 of the last 5 years. Okay, Dodgers. Bullpen.
Evan Phillips. Why don't we talk about him more?
I trust.
Nasty.
I trust the nerds in the tunnle.
Brewstar, Brazier.
Brewstar's fun. There are good names. I'm not knocking the names.
Trinan. Yeah, that's kind of why I was saying the names. There's some guys back there.
Taken.
Gone.
Got him.
Need him. Beaverton?
Yeah, this has shaken out beautifully for me because I've considered this rotation with each of my prior picks, and they're here for me in the 3rd round.
You have a good board right now.
Like
Astros,
I have a group
outfield,
I like.
Braves, infield. I rate those highly.
And I am picking a rotation that I like the names to perform of the 5 they're projected to start the year with. I like them to maximize the guys that would come up as depth. I like them to get some guys back during the season. I like them to go out and add more to this group because they're a team that tells every other team to go fuck themselves, and they add to their groups, even if it's a strength. I want the Dodgers rotation.
I could see that.
I'm rooting for him. It could be special.
Yoshinobu Yamamoto.
No doubt. I'm rooting for them. There's a lot of up there. I do agree with your sentiment that like if this doesn't work out, the 5 that they have, and there are some injuries, they're gonna go get somebody. So I do agree with you there.
They'll get more, and I feel like if guys, they're a team that like, oh, if this guy's not doing well, they'll get him out before the start's gone awful. They'll maximize the usage of their rotation.
Man, that rotation is the most coin flip rotation I think out there. All 5 names: Yamamoto, Buehler, Glasnow, Miller, Paxton. You can get a Cy Young season. Maybe not Bobby Miller yet, or
maybe,
but maybe, yeah. Or
I think he might be the safest of all.
Yeah, he might be.
Or might be the biggest lock to give you what he's going to give you.
Or you can get 10 starts with a 2 ERA, and that's it.
Luckily, they might have 8 guys that can give you 10 starts with a 2 ERA.
I want to say this. So, yeah, you're going to get Clayton Kershaw back in whenever it is. June or whatever. Somebody, a Dodger fan, spun it so well to me about Clayton Kershaw because, everyone ever talks about great in the regular season, then you're going to get the Kershaw in the postseason comments. They're like, joke's on those people because he's now missing the first few months. So actually, when he's in the playoffs, it'll be like he's still in the regular season with his arm.
Yeah. That's what I said. That's why I think they should do that, even if he was healthy.
And if you need to convince yourself of that, that's a little bit of a problem.
Do you know what Bobby Miller's full name is?
Robert Munson Millerton.
Robert Anthony Miller. So if you change it to Bobby, his initials are Bam.
Or Ram.
Like,
Ram
or
Bam.
Ram.
Bubba Chuck.
Bobby Miller. Okay. How do you like that?
Beebs is going for the freaking. You know, I'm looking at the sheet right now, and Beebs, I respect your drafting skills, but you're just going for the name value here, man.
Oh.
He gets the social.
You
buzz.
used to be
It's where the boards
Exactly.
fallen to me.
You used to be a guy that took chances like the Phillies infield in the first round.
Still could. Actually can't. Let's see. I'm seeing what's Jose Fermin going to do for these Cardinals. No, I need both pitching with my final pick of the third round and then completing my team. Let's see. I think I am going to go I'll go bullpen first. There's a team that I think checks the boxes of reputation of the team and the players to go do it. I will go with the Milwaukee Brewers bullpen.
Whoa.
Devin Williams on the back end. You can't put anyone above him. Joel Payamps, breakout last year. Abner Uribe will be this year's breakout. And whoever they throw in there, they get performances out of. So last year they had the second bullpen ERA, the third bullpen whip. And I don't see them taking a step back. I'm more so drafting the jersey and Devin Williams. And you know I love Uribe.
I'm not opposed to this pick at all, but we're leaving the Astros bullpen undrafted this year, which is wow. Okay.
Also, Baltimore was a sneaky bullpen team for me. They were the best last year, and they still don't have
No Bautista.
but they got Kimbrel coming in, and they didn't lose any money. And they also lost they lost someone else. But Yenier. But yeah, it was also like not as consistent.
There's going to be, only 4 units get selected. There's going to be some good units that get left off every year.
It's not even top 5.
Sometimes
I think the Astros are my number one bullpen. I just picked the Twins because
Well, that's a reflection on you, sucker. That's you.
I'm a freaking Minnesota boy, Midwest guy right here.
I had the Astros bullpen way up there as well.
They're good.
Right.
I mean,
I thought they'd get drafted.
you know what it is? Even last year and parts of previous season, you looked at the whole bullpen and it was like, holy crap. Like, I've seen these guys pitch playoff innings. The top half of their bullpen looks stronger than maybe it's ever been. The depth part of their bullpen, and hey, like, again, you guys know your team better than us, but Bennett Souza, Belak, like, I don't know. I haven't, Ronel Blanco, those guys aren't in my book as much as guys from previous seasons for Houston.
But Taylor Clark is for sure.
Love Taylor Clark.
Yeah.
Taylor Clark. Bryce Wilson was great for them last year. The final round, we find out who makes the cut, or the super cut in this case. Chunk of this show has gotten haircuts lately. And thank you to Supercuts. Actually, it's me and Trev. We're both sick, and we're like, we need to start feeling better. Let's get some cuts. And Supercuts is the way to do it. And they have an ongoing training program to make sure their stylists know how to deliver the perfect fade in the latest trend. This is a true story. When I used to go visit someone, whether it was a vacation or wedding, usually I'd show up early and I'd get the haircut. It would be like a part of the trip. And Supercuts is like the safest place. You type that into the search, you're going to find one. They've delivered over 23 million haircuts in 2023 alone. That's a lot of hair. So why don't you head to supercuts.com today or walk right in for a real smart haircut. Go get the Supercuts experience. Walk in or check out supercuts.com. Find the salon nearest you. There is a link in the description. My rotation. I mentioned there's a couple fish in the sea here. So Beebs took the Dodgers. You guys were both horned up over Seattle. Which rotation did you take, Jim?
Phillies.
You took the Phillies. That's right. You wanted the safe up top.
The safe old horses of Nola and Wheeler.
Daddy likes a horse.
Too.
You know what?
And Suarez. Let's not knock him.
Let's not knock him. Did he have a crazy year last year?
Don't look at it.
Look at it because that's what you just said. 22 starts, 418.
I like him.
You like him. That's good. I am going to go, again, this team will be in the mix. I think their rotation got banged up a lot last year. They've got a little bit of devil magic. I like a contract year. You know Strider's going to strike out the whole town. Give me I took the Braves.
I can't take the Braves.
Wow.
So I'm going to pass.
Wow.
I'm going to pass on the Braves, and I'm going to take a rotation that I like even more than them. It's called building them up and putting them down, Trev. Every time I open the page, I can't believe how good this team's pitching is because actually the jersey is starting to hurt them because they haven't had the playoff success. Give me your Toronto Blue Jays. Kevin Gossman up top. Same story. He's going to strike out the whole town. Bassett is as steady as it gets. Kikuchi and Barrios were awesome last year. Manoah is a coin flip for me, and if it works, good. If not, here comes Ricky Tiedemann, baby. Give me that Jays rotation.
Nice.
Really. I mean, it's not a bad pick, but that's pretty funny that you thought you were going to get the Braves.
You thought I was going to get the Braves, Trev.
It was a trick.
Tricked you.
So all rotations
The Astros
done?
pitching staff is just got shunned from our...
Astros got snubbed here. I liked them too.
I like that.
You guys could have taken them too.
I think maybe next
I
year
liked
we
Phillies, Mariners,
reverse the
Astros
rule
is what I
of
said.
can't take 2 units.
Well, you're
some
just
teams
worried
are-
about the comments on the socials.
No, I'm not worried about I don't.
People don't read the
Please.
fine print.
Please, they're coming after you, Jimmy, not me.
Some teams.
I don't read them anymore, so I'm
Some teams like the Astros, like the Braves.
I'm muted
They're-
talking
They got
baseball.
too many.
no Cleveland Guardians love.
Too many draftable units.
Guardians are good if there's 10. If there's 6 of us, maybe you grab them. But how many Central teams have been grabbed?
Brewers bullpen.
I saw the Twins bullpen get picked.
It's funny. Is it me?
Beavers.
Infields
No.
were deep.
It's Beebs.
Some I was considering. It
No.
is me.
No Orioles unit's going to get picked.
Speaking of those comments that
Damn.
we all never look at. I feel like every month during the season last year, I get tweeted about how this team's bullpen's awesome. Talk about them more. Talk about them more. And I agree with them. Their bullpen was good last year, and it's a lot of the same names coming back. They're a team that considers themselves a factory. I think they're a step down from your Rays and Brewers where you just blind trust. But give me that Mariners bullpen. Mariners fans love their bullpen.
They
And
say
I
they
do
grow them
too.
on trees there. That's what they say.
They sure do. And if Mookie Betts gets moved to that Mariners bullpen, you get the war there.
I could get some
100%,
Mookie days.
100%.
That would be cool. That'd be
Munoz is
cool.
gross.
What were your options right there? Let me look at what you got. You couldn't take
I couldn't take Astros.
Twins, Dodgers,
or
Brewers were
Braves.
gone. You couldn't take
I couldn't take Astros or Braves.
Yeah.
couldn't take Astros or Braves.
So this is really between them. I was hoping you would pick the Astros when you started talking because I was into the Twins, and they're just depth. Guardians, you can blind trust a bit.
Rays will be there.
Rays are just you do it and you know they'll be fine.
You don't trust Emilio Pagan and Cincy?
Check out their TPP.
And the real Diaz brother?
Mm.
Mm.
Where are you going, Jim Buck, too?
I got infield,
Okay.
and I cannot take the Dodgers, Braves, Rangers, Yankees, Phillies. Those are the teams I cannot take.
I have
No
those as
Phillies
the teams
infield
that
is
you
very
cannot-
tough for me as well because I think I have them as my number 2 infield.
So infield's available to me. Pirates,
Mm.
Marlins,
Go down the list.
Rockies,
Yep. Brendan Rodgers.
Reds,
The A's,
Reds,
Noda, Geloff.
Diamondbacks, Mets is an infield available to me. They got some names. Cardinals, an infield that's been drafted before. Orioles. I will be taking the Astros. I like that the Yainer Diaz. Heard of him, Trev?
I have.
Well, they got rid of that dusty old man that wouldn't let him play. So now Yainer gets some starts.
Dusty's gone.
Yeah.
John Singleton's on that unit. Shout out, Lens.
Yainer numbers were great last year.
Awesome.
Jose Abreu had a terrible year, so that tanked him last year. But he had a good September, and then he had a great postseason.
Yes, he did.
So he's, found it. He's ready to go. And then you got the mainstays. So Altuve, Bregman, Pena went through the sophomore slump. Is going to kick it back into gear. Now, got too strong. You run into some money, and then you take your off season, you hire a personal trainer, you do all this stuff, and you get too strong. It's like, be wiry. Pena came in looking like a jacked kangaroo to spring training last year.
Get a full season out of Altuve, and you're there with this infield.
Yeah. Bregman's on a contract year.
Orioles pick would have been nice. They have some guys there. You get Adley, you get Gunner, maybe
you got too many guys hunting that sophomore slump that Pena suffered last year that I believe in.
I get that.
Just feels like statistically one of them's got to struggle this year.
Yeah. And
Odds
and
are.
yeah, I mean, you get 3 of the 5. I mean, Altuve, Bregman, Abreu, a lot of time put in.
A lot of known quantities, some catcher upside.
Yainer.
So is that, Trev, you got an outfield?
I do. I've really put myself in a pickle here. It's okay. I have one that I'm going to take. I already have it, but I'm explaining my situation here. Actually, no, I can't.
Oh, my goodness. You almost pulled a Jake.
You want me to explain?
I almost pulled a Jake.
You cannot take the Mariners, Twins, Dodgers, Yankees, Astros, or Braves.
So my thought, I was going straight to the Mariners, and I was like, this is a sneaky pick here because Luke Raley, 826 OPS, Mitch Garver doing his thing. You get Julio as well. Can't pick them. So now I'm kind of in I have 2 teams behind them that I have to decide. I've been buying Los Angeles Angels stock. As you guys know, I own all of it. You get Mike Trout, a motivated Mike Trout. I believe in Mickey Moniak. Taylor Ward, when healthy, could do Taylor Ward things. I don't know if that unit can live up to what you guys have in the draft sheet. I mean, Yankees, Astros,
Ohtani's
Braves,
DH days.
really good. I can go to the Dodgers and I can get Ohtani, but the rest of their outfield is very interesting. You bring over Teoscar, I'm a fan of that. James Outman's kind of swings and misses way too much. Are you going to fix that?
And you drafted the Dodgers infield, so.
And I can't draft them either. Thanks, Beavers, for throwing that one too. So I don't have a lot of options here.
Oh, no, great first pick, though.
It was a great first pick because they're going to win the whole thing for me. Ian Happ on the Cubs. Do I root for them? Him and Seiya Suzuki and my guy Patty wins.
Will they sign Belly?
Will they sign Belly back and do it?
I know what team I'd take if I was you.
The Cincinnati Reds have the chance for them to be pretty special. There's a lot of young guys there, a lot of shortstops playing the outfield. I don't know how much I love that. James, what would you say? Because I have a pick now, but
I'd take the Diamondbacks.
I would take the Diamondbacks.
I thought about that because you got the Jock and Randall, that Grichuk.
It's a nice platoon.
Corbin's
there.
a star.
Plus, you get Corbin Carroll. I'm a Alec Thomas believer.
Yeah,
I like what he does.
Gurriel's
and
done
Gurriel
it.
Jr. had a great. So I'm really between those 2 teams, the Cubs and the D-backs.
I do like that Jock Grichuk. We haven't talked about that yet, and we will on their
Pete Crow Armstrong. Do I get my guy PCA? That feels like, to me, it's like a reach pick because I do need Belly to come back to the Cubs. I do, and if that happens, what's PCA gonna do?
Mash.
Groom. Anticipation.
Corbin Carroll, sophomore slump.
Nope.
No.
I don't think so.
Why would
his
he?
shoulders are too broad. He's got a big head too. He's real top heavy, that Corbin Carroll. That's why he's fast.
Quick.
Goes like this.
It's driving him
powerful.
forward.
Let's go Snakes. I'll take the Snakes outfield.
Yes. Yes.
Snakes on the board.
Yes.
I'm gonna get crushed in this graphic. I'm
World
gonna get
Series
crushed in this
Snakes.
graphic.
Vamonos. Good stuff, Trev. I'll walk everyone through it, Jim, one last time.
Yeah. So, Trevor has. You are going to get a little crushed, I think. I like your picks, but Dodgers infield.
It's fine.
Top three are
One.
great.
Yes. Twins, bullpen, or Mariners, starting pitching was your second, your 8th pick overall. Twins, 9th overall, bullpen, and then the Diamondbacks, Mr. Irrelevant, with your outfield. Then I took the Yankees outfield with the 2nd overall pick. I took the Phillies rotation with my 7th. That's probably the biggest reach of the entire draft, but I didn't think I like it. Dodgers relievers.
You got the mainstays there, Jim. Phillies, Dodgers, Astros, Yanks, baby.
Oh, I'm coastal for sure. Astros are on the
Yeah,
coast of the Gulf of Mexico, maybe. Yeah.
Closer than Dallas. Yeah.
Dodgers relief and Astros infield. I do like Astros infield.
Got great value out of where you got them too.
Yeah. Okay, Biebs took the Astros outfield with the 3. Then he took the Braves infield with the 6. The Dodgers starting pitching with the 11th. Mariners relief pitching, with the 14th. Jake went Braves outfield, then Rangers infield on the 4-5 turnaround, which I like that. The Brewers relievers and the Blue Jay starters.
I think we all have a reach pick. Well, I don't have a reach pick. I just have I had a desperation pick. You, Jimmy, and Jake had a reach pick, and I think Bieber's had the safest draft of all.
I think Astros 3 is.
I don't think Dodgers rotation's a safe pick at all. I think it's a safe, you'll get the
Where you
fan
got 'em?
vote pick because people like the Dodgers. But if you really look at like the risk factor there.
They're it's drafting the laundry more than the guys.
Well, they were not good last year with the laundry, nor the year before that.
Brought in a lot of guys.
Yeah. You get a lot of injuries.
They
You
address.
know who
the
I'm going to
depth.
get love from on this graphic? I feel like I'm going to get love from the real inside baseball nerdy people.
You mean the Mariners, Twins, and Diamondbacks fans?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
This guy's not just picking freaking what they've done in the past. He's looking to the future. I'm the future guy here.
Yeah, people will say that.
I think that'll be maybe the top comment. Trev,
Yeah.
I don't really watch this show. Seems like Trev's the
Man.
future guy.
He's a guy who he looks to the
Alec
future.
Thomas, will you freaking show up for me, man? You're a good looking dude.
Nice playoff run, man.
Come on, Alec Thomas.
Let's go. Mount Carmel High School. I went to Crespi Carmelite High School. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. What again, no one's gonna really care. And we've touched on them a little bit, but some units that could have got drafted that didn't. Some because of draft rules and stuff like that, but Braves rotation has a chance to be really, really good.
Astros rotation.
Astros rotation.
Both Cleveland pitching staffs. I know
Orioles
we
rotation.
rip on the Central a little bit.
Don't sleep on the Yankees rotation, guys. I know you don't want to say it, Jake, but if
Healthiest
Colesville
version
and
of the
Rodon can
Yankees
do anything,
rotation.
If they stay healthy and good, the two big things.
give your Marcus Stroman impression.
I don't have it yet. I'm excited to meet him though.
Yeah,
Couple short kings, a little attitude.
This.
We talked bullpen, Rays for the jersey, and Braves again. Obviously, good team. Any sneaky infields, Jim? You went through them. Cardinals. I think they could have a big bounce back.
Mm-hmm.
Mets is another one. I mean,
Mets, if they signed Matt Chapman, I'd say yes. That interested to see what happens.
the top two there is really nice. Lindor and Pete.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's just the infield has 5 spots, so it's the the 2 can't carry the 5 as much as, in the outfield.
Hey, Alvarez can have a similar argument to Yiner a little bit. He had some big power numbers last year.
Yeah.
Not as good.
But even first base last year.
Yeah, Pete's not a WAR guy. That's where
Yeah.
gets hurt a little bit.
Is that what we're doing to determine?
Right before the show started, when you turned
Cumulative.
off your ears,
Yes.
That is what we decided. We can change it.
Jimmy, we're talking to the fans here.
Okay. Well, you got upset about the Mookie situation.
Instantly.
Well, that doesn't make any
After
sense.
the
That
first pick.
if we pick a guy and he's in my unit here,
because
telling me that I
you're
can't have
picking
him,
players.
his cumulative stats.
You're picking players. I'm picking units.
Unit draft. Like you said.
These guys are my unit.
Well,
For now.
Yeah.
Mookie's gonna
Phillies
stay at
infield
second.
was a big miss. Nobody drafted the Phillies infield. Bieber's was light. He used to be the future guy. Now he's not. That was a big miss because Bryce Harper moving exclusively to first
draftable
base
infield.
helps that a lot.
There were a lot of draftable infields, I felt like. One that wasn't even on our board was the Padres, I think, because Fangraphs currently has Machado listed as a DH.
I thought infield was the deepest.
This year, it was
Position.
deep.
I like the Braves a lot, though.
Yeah, like I was prepared to wait on them and have some free form, have some fun with my infield, but it did feel like a drop off was coming after the Braves at the time I was picking. So I went and got them.
No Orioles. No Cubs.
No.
I'm looking at teams that got drafted the most, and I believe it is the Dodgers with their infield, their relievers, and their starters. Nobody picked the outfield because it is an interesting.
And you get Ohtani there.
You get Ohtani, but
Yeah.
the rest they're interesting there.
Yeah.
They
Braves-
would have been an
Braves got
option
picked
for
twice.
me, but
Astros got picked twice. Mariners got picked twice.
Dodgers win 100 games every year, so it's, gotta do it.
Yankees only once.
Yankees, Rangers, Brewers, Jays.
Yeah, and
Phillies
the
is only
Yankees
one, too.
bullpen
Twins.
is sneaky, but I don't think any three of us want to reach for that. But they always finish in the top 5. They're one of those teams. It's just kind of how they use
They'll
them. I
figure
think.
it out and maximize.
Yeah.
This is where we're going to get smushed a little bit. One of the best teams in baseball last year were the Orioles, and they didn't get picked at all.
Said that 3 times.
You said
Infields
that
were
already.
deep.
I don't listen to you on
I
the
know.
show.
I know.
Yeah.
Infields are deep. Orioles got to do it
The
twice.
in-
The Orioles repeat what they did. I think they're going to be very good. Don't get me wrong there. I'm not trying to knock them. But then
Unit.
next year, they're going to be fully in my brain.
Who's
You
another
know?
team that didn't get picked that's good team, no representation on this list?
There'll be a lot of teams that come
Red
in
Sox
argument.
didn't get any units picked.
No Cardinals.
Good teams.
Did the NL Central get
Brewers bullpen.
repped at all? The Brewers. That's it. The only unit. In the AL and NL Central, there's one team per.
Reds' whole team is positionless. I think Cubs.
don't know where anyone's
Cubs
playing.
outfield had a chance if Belly's there because Hap, Belly, and Marseille's numbers landed last year pretty good, but their DH is still kind of a rover. Pittsburgh.
I think if we're looking to the future, if I was trying to make a BBD from 2 years ago pick, the Twins infield has a chance.
Oh, God.
Show me Royce Lewis. Go look at the numbers.
It's good.
Carlos
good.
Correa, Julian's going to be a hitter. They had this guy Brooks Lee. We're about to do this episode. We'll
Talking
talk.
about Brooks Lee
Yeah,
right
yeah,
now
yeah.
at the end of the position draft.
Position draft has ended. Thank you very much for tuning in. We appreciate you.
Sound
And
off.
Sound off all over the place.
Most comments wins.
That's true.
I'm the future guy.
Whoa. Thanks for subscribing.
Yeah, new talking baseball. There's one guy
Seems to be their future guy.
just sees it.
Eno Saris. Make more sandwich content, Eno.
Oh, I liked his sandwich stuff.
Boom.